So completely out of the ground. That's like an outrunning. So you know what we should call?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ghosttown. Our next gunfight will be taking place in just a few moments. The folks may remain in that side street as long as you don't get in front of the lamp post on the corners. Otherwise, please maintain a position on the boardwalk completely out of the gravel of our main street. Please keep that door to the saloon right there behind you open. Thank you, sir. Please keep the door to the bank open at all times. And please keep the steps and the door open to the ranch house at all times. Once again, I need everybody completely on the boardwalk there. Before we get started, a little about some other entertainment on the mountain located in the ride area at America's Music Hall. We have a great band called Tightrope. Fort Cherokee has the award-winning Cherokee Indian dancers. Right here in the Silver Dollar Saloon, the lovely Silver Dollar ladies doing the can-can Parisienne. And about 10 minutes after the gunfight's over, right there at Red Dog Saloon, kicking off a great bluegrass show with a fantastic band called the Time Bandits. These three gentlemen have a list of credits a mile long. Mr. Caleb Smith on the flat top guitar, Mr. Steve Sutton on the 5-string banjo, and two-time Georgia state champion fiddle player, Mr. Gary Maggie. It's a show you don't want to miss. Now, before we get started, is there anybody else over here who wants to go over there? Anybody over there want to go over here? We have a winner. All right, please don't get in the street during the show, folks. Please watch all small children. Make sure they don't run out once it gets started. The reason we stress this at Ghosttown is because the guns we use are not toys, ladies and gentlemen. They are real single-action 45 caliber revolvers and 12-gauge shotguns. These guns are very heavily loaded with 4F black powder that can and will cause a serious powder burn at a distance of 10 to 12 feet. All our gunfighters are professionals. They know and do their jobs very well. But we must ask for and have your complete cooperation in this matter in order to prevent any possibility whatsoever of an accident. For your safety as well as your enjoyment. Well, I guess that rumor I heard is true that the Apache Kid's broken out of prison. He and a gang are headed to Ghosttown. Now Marshall's out here looking around.
Deputy!
He's calling for his deputy.
Deputy!
And here comes his deputy now from the hotel, followed by a digger the undertaker.
Making your rounds.
Let's see what they do, folks. Watch it, digger. Well, the marshal just told the deputy the Apache Kid is coming this way. They're setting up a trap. He sends his deputy into the ranch house.
I'm going to need some help. Don't worry, Marshal. I have your back.
And Digger the Undertaker promises to back the marshal up all the way as he scampers into the saloon. You see, folks, a couple of years ago, the Apache Kid and his gang came to town, tried to rob our bank. He was stopped by the marshal and sent away to prison. So he sent word back to Ghosttown if he ever escaped. The first place he was coming was back here to make the marshal pay for every day he had spent behind bars. There he is now at the end of the street down by the train depot. You see that mean-looking half-breed holding that Henry rifle? That's the Apache Kid. I'm sure the devil's doing a war dance around his soul right now. And when I look at that gang he's with, it gives me some kind of idea how he may have had a little help escaping prison. The one on his right, well, that's Jimmy Wayne. He's wanted for murder, train robbery, bank robbery. The one on his left holding the shotgun, folks, well, that's Slade. He's kind of a quiet fellow, lets his guns do most of his talking. He's wanted for murder and train robbery. Now, the one bringing up the rear, well, that's the preacher. He was a man in the cloth for many years until his wife ran off with an Arizona Ranger. Ever since then, he's become a very violent man with a gun. Now they're coming up the street, real slow, being real cautious, hoping the deputy and the marshal hadn't spotted him. Little did he realize the marshal already knew they were coming. They're checking every door and every window. They're being very cautious, folks. Let's see what they do here. Looks like he's talking things over with Jim and Wayne. And it looks like he's gonna send Jim and Wayne into the general store. The Apache Kid and the rest of his gang come on up the street. They're being ever so cautious, checking every window, every door, trying to see if they can spot anything illegal. It looks like he's gonna talk things over here with the preacher. Looks like he's gonna send the preacher into the ranch house, talking it over with Slade. I need everybody out of the street, please. Looks like he's gonna send Slade into the Silver Dollar Saloon. Well, I guess he thinks he has his trap set. Apache Kid walks up here toward Marshall's office. He's looking that way.
Marshall!
He's calling out to Marshall.
Hello now, Marshall.
The Marshal comes out, but not from his office.
I'm right over here, kid. Get your hand away from that gun. What are you doing back in town?
What are you doing back in town, kid?
Well, Marshall, I told you I'd be back.
He said he'd be back, Marshal.
You're making a big mistake, kid.
You made a big mistake, kid.
You here by yourself?
You by yourself, Marshal?
Mark, I put you away once before, kid. I don't reckon I need any help.
Looks like he doesn't need the help putting you away. Looks like the kid's calling this man out of their hiding places.
Were you leaving? As soon as I finish what I come here.
See the preacher's sneaking up behind you. But the preacher doesn't see the deputy that's south of the road.
You back there, deputy? That preacher! Take that shotgun, get him off that balcony.
Looks like he didn't have much of a chance to get that shotgun.
Come on out. Put that gun down.
You better give it up, Apache. Looks like you got it all dead.
Prison's better than a pine box.
Marshal said prison's better than a fine box. I don't think I'd try.
No, it's not.
Well, he had to go for that knife, but he was no match for that shotgun.
Yep.
Hey, looks like we got him, Marshal. Yeah.
Looks like we got him. Digger, you were hiding under a table in the saloon during the fight. Well, check that man out. What about it? Is he yours? He's Digger's. Well, fold him up so you can get him in a pine box grease. Not only does Digger get $15 for each man he buries in Boot Hill, he gets to keep the money, sell all his belongings. And it's so greedy, have you got enough pine boxes built to bury these varmints in?
They killed them all.
That's it.
What are you up to, Greedy?
Find out.
Digger, you trying to sell a dead man's boots right here in the street? Digger, that old boots.
You! Come on, $10.
Digger, nobody wants those boots, they got holes in them. Looks like you're not gonna sell those boots today, Digger. That man's only wounded. Digger, you're not. You're gonna shoot a wounded man in the back right here.
What did you do? I just took that man to jail. He's still alive. He agreed to buy these boots.
Oh, that lady had agreed to buy those boots.
Look. But he was going to run off with them.
That outlaw was gonna run off with it. You're the one trying to run off with something. Folks ordered early out Parsons to come out to say a few words.
Better hide your
Outside
gun,
the circuit. So the neighborly thing to do would be to take our hats off and observe a moment of silence. On your feet, men. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The International